Welcome one, welcome all, welcome back to Earth 1966. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. So we are here, getting ready to get to the moon before anybody else. That's our play. Our finances are doing okay. We're paying a lot, as much for astronauts as we are for buildings almost. We don't have any space stations, though. We need the next tier of funding, which means, well, we've already got the next tier of funding, because we're just waiting for the funding review. Our ability to be first in multi-man orbit and in EVA has gotten us funding. We're even going to get some more from our planned missions. So we're going to jump from 263 to 315,000 per year. So we're doing good. What missions do we have planned right now? We're doing a heat shield analysis, which is a request mission, the goal of which is to get us some money. It's gonna be a big payday. And then we're also doing a Mars Flyby, which is a ambitious 2-phase milestone mission, and we're gonna be last on this particular mission, but that's okay. It's still gonna give us good support. Still a milestone. We're building the payload. Do we have the launch vehicles for it? It seems that we do. Because the Agena will get us anywhere in the inner planets. That's a good upper stage. I haven't actually looked deeper into this. What is this here? Launch reliability. If we were to get all of these early ones, I'm not sure it's worth going back and getting those earlier ones. Especially when we could go down and get later ones that are just better. Now, they're also way more expensive. If you look at that sucker, that's $2 million just for the booster. But it can carry a lot of weight. The Saturn II can go only to the moon? As far as an upper stage goes, the Saturn 4B can still only go to the moon. These upper stages here can go anywhere to the inner planets, but it's also a much lower capacity. This can carry much heavier things all the way to the moon. We do like having additional contractors, and I would love additional launch reliability, but man, it seems very... I don't know if I'm going to have the extra time to go back and research these. I mean, they're not that much in terms of research. It might even be one mission's worth to go back and do those. But there's so many other good things. Visitor Center increases total rewards from successful request missions. And that can unlock the Conference Center, which is more of that. Contractor positive effects get improved. A large launch pad. We don't have the ability to do that yet. This is something I definitely want eventually. Tier 2 astronaut talents, but boy, is that a lot of... I mean, A, it's expensive. $25,000 a month, and it's also a lot of research. And I feel like a lot of this game is going to be choosing what you can and can't do. Alright, we finished the Mars orbit research. Meanwhile, our heat shield analysis payload is done. Oh god, our launch reliability is going to be terrible again. The science reward goes down. I don't care if the build time goes down. I want that science reward. Alright. So this is our Mars Flyby payload. Wow, only the Agena will get us there. We knew that, actually. Or the Delta K. Yeah, like none of these other ones that we can even come close to getting are available for going to the inner planets. The Aegina's our girl. The booster's probably going to be the Atlas again. We can do 2 of these. Oh no, we'd have to do 4 of them? Why does it say 2? When it looks like the only way we can do it is with 4. Maybe it just means multiples. No, maybe it means 2 problems. You need to research and you need to use multiples. Could be. Either way, we're going to use the Atlas. The Contractor. For this mission, we've got good reliability on both payload and launch. We don't care about cutting the time. I don't know that we want to cut the support either. We definitely need to get as far up the funding tier as we can. Things are getting very expensive these days. So we can massively improve the science output if we have it take an extra 2 months. That's pretty good, actually. And we could massively improve the support, but I think the science is probably the right call. Advanced technology ensures that science outcomes for missions through construction time is increased as a result. Yeah, we're going to take them as our contractor. And we don't have enough money to build it. Fantastic. The heat shield analysis. Is this going to be a cheaper one? Let's find out, shall we? Well, we definitely want the Delta because it's a much higher reliability. And that's all that matters for this due to the quirk of the payload. Oh, this is okay. This particular mission isn't getting us any support anyway, so we might as well make it cheaper. This one we can do, and it's going to reward us with a lot of money when we finish. So let's go ahead and do that. We also have to choose our next research. I think we need to keep burning down towards crewed moon landing, and we need to save up money starting now. So these 2 missions that we're launching right now, we're launching them, and that's fine. But after that, we're saving up money for our moon landing. Everything's going towards that. We've got to beat the Soviets to the moon. Boots on the moon! There we go. Got a lot of extra money from that budget increase. Now we got to get to 12,000 support to get the next funding increase. And our current mission requires 1,376,000. That isn't going to happen for quite a while. There we go. Now we can do it. Ugh. Well, the payload reliability going up is pretty good. But that means mission training bonus isn't great. So the heat shield analysis actually needs a crew. I didn't actually see that was a crewed mission. Okay. Let's go back to the payload and see exactly what we're needed here. We need navigation and we need short-range communications. We have a navigator. That seems pretty valuable. It would be interesting if they gained, like, experience every time they went up. And now how are we going to do the training here? I guess we'll do base payload reliability. I don't know if we're going to need to... Yeah, we're just going to wait 1 month. Definitely get this money as soon as possible. Confirm mission setup. And I think we now have enough money to build our vehicle, which is going to take a little longer, but it's okay. I think the Mars Flyby is going to get us enough science to get us to the moon. So this heat shield analysis, we're going to auto-resolve. Listen to that. The Cosmogonal? Okay. Thought that said cosmological, but I guess we're doing cosmogonal. Decent conditions.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's a nice looking ship. Doesn't have cool fins, though. Kinda wish it had more cool fins. Looks like we made it. And everything went okay. So now, our Delta upper stage got a little boost, and we're going to auto-resolve this. We've got a 31% chance of an outstanding success. Let's find out what we got. They're returning, splashing down. Successful mission. We did not get the extra money, but that's okay. He's in recuperation for a while. Alright, so we have an active mission available. And we got first place in these two. We got first place in these two. We got second place in human in space. Commercial satellite is also available in this era. We also got first place in lunar orbit. Excellent. But now we want a crewed moon landing. Nobody's even close to this, is the thing. And it looks like the Agena will not get us there. It appears that our Apollo capsule is just going to be too heavy. 45,000 kilograms, if that's correct. So if it's 45,000 kilograms, then we need an upper stage that can carry it. And the Agena can only do up to 3,800, so yeah. Either of these two upper stages will do it. Saturn II has a much better launch reliability. But it's more expensive and way more massive. Oh boy. Do you see that? 120,000 versus 500,000. So the Saturn V can carry a Saturn II, and the Saturn I can carry a Saturn IV-B. But the launch reliability on those smaller ones is just... I mean, yeah, you're saving 200,000, but you have to launch a lot of them to get their reliability up to decent levels. Thing is, money's going to be real tight. I think we're going to have to research the Saturn 1B and the Saturn 4B. That's kind of nice. Bonus reliability and bonus capacity. Okay, so I think we can't start planning our mission. We've got a lot of money, and our current mission doesn't need any more money. It's currently being built. Do we have any buildings that we couldn't build because of money? Yes, we do. Robotics Research Lab, this is the one I wanted to help speed up the mission construction. So that's 10 science per month. That's good. And plus 2% reward for missions. Ooh, that's plus 5% science per mission. That, I think, is where we're going to stick it. Not least of which because it's one of the only things that can fit over there, and we need space. So now we're flat out of money, but it means our science research here is going to be faster, so we can get to Apollo sooner thanks to that. I could maybe plan some cheap missions. This one will give us some money. That one will give us a lot of money. And it's low risk. Let's go for the low risk cheap one for now. So the payload reliability on this is a lot higher than it used to be. Partly because of our buildings. And space systems expertise. What is that? Oh, that is, our research got that for us. So we're just going to do the bog standard one. I mean, we could do a prototype to reduce our costs, but it's not a huge reduction. We got some decent money right now. So let's build this sucker so that we at least have 2 active missions. So there's our cheap one designed to get us some money, which means we want to use the cheapest option here. That's still good. Oops. Cheap option here. That's still good. All right, who can cut us costs? These guys can cut us costs. Can one of them increase our payout? Not really, but we can cut our costs with these guys. That's good enough for me. So we're spending about 150,000, and we're going to get about 500 back. That's a good return on investment when we're crunched on money a little bit. Now we got to pick a new research. You know where we're going. Moon landing. Hell yeah. It's going to take a lot of science. And our current Mars flyby is going to get us a lot of science. Wow. Oh, it's a total over 12 months. Okay. I thought that was per 12 months. Okay, but that's good. All right, Mars flyby vehicle complete. Launch reliability went up. That's great. We can see if we can get some more science. All right, so launch preparations. Let's do... so this is an uncrewed mission, the Mars flyby. We could increase our science. We don't really need the payload reliability to go up. I want to increase the science. Oh my. Why are all these launch windows terrible? Because we're going all the way to Mars, and we have to wait until Mars is close enough. All right, we're going to take a penalty to the launch in order to get this done sooner. No, we can wait a little bit longer in order to get good launch reliability. It's a big mission. We're coming in last, but it's fine. So these launch windows start mattering a lot more when you're going further away from Earth. Very interesting. Hello, Tingle. I am looking for the right stuff. That's true. So that's going to be our Mars flyby. But man, we are not going to get any science from that for a long time, which means we need another mission slot. Okay, don't put the mission planning over there. 2% science reward for missions. Wow. The mission control doesn't provide a lot of bonuses on any buildings. So we're just going to slot it right in here, the only place that it does provide us with a bonus. It's going to cost us quite a bit to get that extra mission slot, but we need it because the missions are apparently taking longer and longer with these windows. Now this mission is ready to go, and this mission is getting us nothing but money. So training is simply going to be about launch reliability to make sure it goes off without a hitch. And our launch window here... do we wait this long just to get a little bit better launch reliability? I think 73 is a good number. Let's launch that sooner. That's just a money-making launch. No astronauts were harmed in the making of this launch. Launch mission. And 9% extra for good conditions. Excellent. Only a 5% chance of catastrophic failure. What could go wrong?
3, 2, 1.
I still haven't seen one blow up on the pad yet. I don't know if that's possible. I kind of want it to be possible. I have seen one blow up, like, in the air right about now. So I know that is possible. You launch enough of these things, which are basically giant explosives, and yeah, they're gonna blow up eventually. Now we're using very tried and true methods on that. Auto resolve is gonna get us 33% chance of outstanding success. Completed 5 similar missions gives us a big boost. Oh, that's interesting. So we didn't get the bonus points, but, you know, 500,000's good. Alright, so now we've got the option for new missions. And it's really gotta be science. We've got to do some science missions. Now, what missions do we have available at these other planets that we haven't done yet? We don't have the ability to do Venus Impactor or Venus Orbiter. I don't think we have Mercury either. We haven't unlocked that yet. We are in the process of doing the Mars Flyby. We could also do the Mars Orbit. And we would be the first to do the Mars Orbit? We're last to do the Flyby, but we could be first to do the Orbit. That's pretty good. What do we need for that? We've already got everything we need unlocked. Okay. Let's start planning. So we need a lot of these navigation, still some navigation, and still some navigation. So navigation is going to be valuable. So we can do a variant of the Mariner that has better navigation systems. That will give us a lot of options. Or we can get one with excess power. Power also gives us options, but I think the navigations is the better. Well, the thing is about the power is the reliability goes way down when you do extra navigation modules. But one thing we could do is try to boost the reliability with training. This is not a crewed mission, so we can't rely on the crew. Let's go ahead and do this. Build that guy. That's going to take 4 months to build before we can do that next stage of the planning. And now we move forward. Uh-oh. The Mars Orbiter has a further reduced payload reliability. That's too much. We got to replace it. It's going to cost us an arm and a leg, but we got to replace it. Now, we didn't get any more support or any less support, so our budget hasn't changed. Alright, we've, I think, yes, got another mission available. We'll try to use this one mission slot to do cheap, good science. Ugh, that's not great. I guess it's not terrible, but it's not great either. So now we're going to design a vehicle to get our ass to Mars. Agina's our girl. And we've got the one Atlas booster, which is really, really reliable. You could do this, but it's way more expensive than a single Atlas. As for the contractor, this thing's going to get us a lot of potential science, right? I mean, this is for Mars Orbiter, right? Let's go, you know what? Let's go ahead and just confirm this for now. We'll go back and edit in a second. We're in the planning stages. We're getting there first. We don't need to cut corners, is what I'm saying. Which means we don't need Red Giant to cut us a month, to shave a month off of our build. We need a lot more support to get to the next funding level, so I do not want to lose support for some money now. We also need so much science, though, that spending an extra month when we're this far ahead might be worth it to get the 15% extra science. Because the 10% extra support is not great. Launch reliability going up is pretty good, too, but I'm really liking the Martian Spaceworks. They are my favorite contractor so far. Boy, that was expensive. And we lost most of our money working on that. But now we can plan a request mission that's real cheap, maybe? Question mark? What is that? Auxiliary propulsion system vehicle upgrade. Oh, that's interesting. We can get new perks doing these request missions. Unfortunately, that one looks expensive. Finish 3rd or above in 3 different milestone missions and will reduce mission costs for the next 6 months. Okay. Yeah, this is looking like a very expensive one that I can't do right now because my funding is shot. This one looks cheaper. Let's plan this guy right now. I can actually afford this. And by the time it's done, we might have enough to build a launch vehicle. Alright, so all our mission researches got cheaper. That building took forever to build. But we still got to research the Apollo capsule, so it's still going to help us there. Oh, the upper stage build cost got more expensive, though. Alright. We go with our standard cheap design here. As for a contractor, can't cut down on the time, that's already down to 0. We can make it cheaper, but it lowers our support output. I don't like that. Wow, that doesn't really increase the month either. It just gives us some free science. Or free support. Honestly, I'm wondering if the support isn't a better option. It's not a lot. It's not big. But we need every little bit we can get because we're quite a ways away from getting to the next funding tier. Tier 10 looks good. I want it. Now, what's the status of our other missions? These ones are currently producing the launch vehicles. This mission is in progress. 5 months until launch. That's right, we had to wait until the correct window to launch to Mars. Now, what year is it? 1968. God, crewed moon landing seems so far away. %20 reduction from its current launch reliability. Work with the Soviet Union? Oh, come on. I can't do that. The Mars orbit mission is very important. Oh, come on. All right, fine. We'll work with the damn Soviet Union. Atlas is a big and tough rocket. It's not quite a Saturn, but it's a big and tough rocket. Science mission training bonus increased. Well, I think I'll probably be doing the science mission training then, since we can get up to 50% boost to the science reward. And how long are we going to train for? Let's maximize it. Perfect. We really need that science. I don't think we're going to get to the moon by the end of the decade, though. We barely have a year left, and we haven't even finished researching Apollo, much less the Saturn rockets we need to get us there. Now, the Mars orbit's going to get us a lot of science. But I don't know when we're going to launch the damn thing. It's probably not going to get there for quite a while. So do we need launch reliability? No, 79% is pretty good. 66, though, payload reliability. As much as I want to boost the science we get from this, I need to make sure it succeeds. This is a very expensive mission. We can't afford to have it fail. Oh, good. We can launch in March. And we're going to beat everybody else there. Excellent. Excellent. We're going to get a lot of science out of this and a lot of support for being the first ones to orbit Mars. All right. So we don't have anything on research tap right now because we need the Apollo lander. We've got 5 astronauts on staff that we're not really using right now. 3 of them will be going to the moon. The others will be getting mono, or whatever. Let's see. That looks good. This is going to be a full mission. This is not a request mission. We have to do the whole thing ourselves. Ooh, that is a sleek-looking machine. Heliconium. It was November of 1968. These look like very good conditions. Yeah, very good conditions. 88 launch reliability might be one of the best I've ever had. Well, I say that, and now this is when it's going to blow up on the pad, right?
2, 1.
Here it goes.
We have liftoff.
Okay, I think so far so good. Acceleration is nominal. Don't even know what that means. Ooh, our launch reliability needed to be good because we didn't roll very well on that launch. Agina's gotten a little bit more reliable, though. We learned something from that. There it is. Look at that. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. All right, so we need thrust and we need navigation. I don't remember how we enhanced this thing, if we did enhance it at all. So we've got 5 power. Boy, that is not a lot, but we've got 4 turns. Oh, thrust is reduced by 1 at the start of the next turn? That's awful. Wait a minute. There's no, oh, we're getting out of the Earth's gravity. That's probably what it is trying to represent there. I don't know. This is a puzzle. We get to choose 3 commands. Each command will take in a resource and give back a resource. And each one has a certain % chance of failing. And if it fails, we have to spend some power to make it succeed. Navigation and thrust. I don't know how do we get to 10-10. I really don't want to start up here. This seems like a mistake. This seems like a mistake. But we can't get thrust without something from short-range comms. The only thrust in the whole thing is controlled burn. And the only way we can get controlled burn is like that. Boy, but did that cost us a lot of power to get 4 and 3, which is actually 3 and 3. And we don't have the power to do it, but let's start with that. Maybe we'll get lucky and get one of these nice 10%s. Okay, so that one was successful. Got us the 2 data. We can now take the data and... Oh, no! So we gotta spend the power, because if we don't get that extra communication, then we lose the controlled burn. I wonder if I should have tried avoiding getting any of the thrust until the end. Then the modifier would not have affected us. But it is what it is. Alright. We could try that again. Except not care about the thrust. Because we need the power in case something goes wrong. And we'll get the thrust next time, as long as nothing goes wrong. We'll try to save up the power. Ah, come on, of course something goes wrong. Alright. So now we've got to worry about getting the thrust. We've still got 2 red that we didn't spend last time. Okay, so we could do this. Let's also get some extra power for the final turn. We're not going to get to 10, but we will at least get to passing the objective. Oh, unless, of course, this keeps happening. Jesus Christ. We don't actually need to spend that. So we need to get a little bit more thrust before it ends. That will get us 6-9, so it's not quite to the 50% bonus reward, but that's okay. Wow, we are really bad at this whole communications thing. This satellite is borked. Really? Now you produce extra thrust or whatever? Oh, and additional data. Like I can use that right now in the last turn. Hello, Eric. Yeah, I recognized the waiting. I should have waited on controlled burn until the end. That might have gotten me what I needed. All right, so the next phase is later. 8 months from now, we'll get more Mars flyby. So this one's currently waiting until launch, and 8 months until the next phase. So we are last on the Mars flyby, but we're already planning Mars orbit, baby. We're launching in 4 months. What are you doing? Research? Get out of here. Apollo is so far away. We need so much science. Unfortunately, our payload is terrible here. So let's go ahead and hope. I'm going to continue anyway. We need the mission slot open for more science. Alright, we made it. Now we're going to auto-resolve because I don't really see a reason not to. No bonus. Okay, we've got a free slot open now. We want another cheapish request mission. Experimental payload gives us a lot more science. But payload reliability goes down. Oh, we can. That's right. We can pick one of these. No support penalty for failing a mission. Because you have onboard cameras. 20% chance of positive event during launch. Wow. All right, let's try that one out. I like that. Experimental fuel means launch reliability is down, but our launch reliability is very good. So let's go ahead and plan that. This one requires some complicated stuff, but a lot of it is communications. So let's go ahead and get communications, I think. Oh, there's crew here. Putting extra crew on board can sometimes help. It costs a bit more, but we've got the crew sitting around. They might as well do something. You know what I'm saying? Another funding review in which nothing happens. Oh, we got a little bit. Okay, a little bit of support. Oh boy, it's 1969 and we still aren't close to getting to that moon. We may still be ahead of the others, but I feel like we're behind history and therefore we have failed. Here's Mars orbit, ready for launch. Our Mars flyby is still in the... Like, we haven't learned anything from our Mars flyby yet. Ugh. Oh, boy. Oh, no. I think... do we reschedule the launch for this terrible weather? I think we gotta go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Come on. This is expensive. I don't know why I risked this. Alright, alright. Looks like they made it. Oh, boy! No, they didn't really. Oh, damn it. Oh, boy. If Agena just had a little bit better reliability, that would have worked out. Alright, so calculated thruster burn is going to be some of the last stuff that we do. We need 8, which means we need to do this twice, which means we need 2 extra navigation. So we need to plan on getting 14 navigation. And we need to plan on getting 4 data extra. Turning 1 navigation into 4 data. If we do this, that gets us 6, and then we can do this 3 times. That gets us all the navigation we need. I think that's a good trade-off. Let's see how much power we have after this. So your overall reliability on this one is pretty good. Boom! Extra data. Nice. That might be enough to make up for the problem that we had earlier. Okay. So, we now do this again. I'm also going to recharge power and do it once more. That should be enough navigation to get us through the whole thing. We have a bunch extra we can spend getting ourselves the thrust. And I saved some power just in case. Boom! Extra navigation even beyond what we needed. We haven't even started to thrust yet. We really should, though. It's kind of important now. So what's the data going to help us out with? That's right. That'll get us 5 thrust, and then we do that same thing again next turn. Oh, we made it! Yes! Oh, boy. That was close. Alright. So we definitely need this sucker. And then we've succeeded. That's everything. That's the ball game. Woo! They're going crazy in mission control. First phase complete. Soviet Union is launching Mars orbit right on our heels. Alright, so we've got some science coming in now from our previous mission. It's not going to get us Apollo in time. Mars orbit. Waiting on the phases for those Mars launches. Where's our other Mars stuff? Oh! Is it? Hang on. Where is that? Like, we have a Mars flyby and we have a Mars orbiter. I don't see them. Oh, there it is. Okay. So here's our thing that we're trying to get that nice little bonus, the passive effect for completing it. Positive launch events get a bonus to their chances. So now we need to pay for contractor effects increased by 100%. That's great. Ooh, yeah, okay. Agena, almost fully improved, and our Atlas booster, definitely fully improved. But our launch reliability, oh boy, problematic indeed. We can boost it with Keller Industrial by 10%. I think I might want to do that. But it's going to cost us a lot of science. Holy cow. I gotta do it, though. There's nothing else that'll boost my launch reliability. Less capacities for scientific instruments is what it is. Colossus does... This is not a Colossus. This is, callousness. Put lasers in the Mars mission. Boots on the moon! Oh, I can't afford to pay for it. Damn it. Alright, next month. Alright, now we can afford to pay for it. So now we've got 3 missions active all at the same time. Next we get... Okay, so the Mars Flyby and the Orbiter are both reaching Mars around the same time. Apollo research finally complete. So now we have to figure out what research vehicles we're going to get. I think we decided on getting the cheaper ones, but we need 3 more regular stage things here before we can get down there. So the question is, aside from the Agena, what else do we want? Is there anything else worthwhile up here? Worth having? This is 800. This is the one you can use multiples of. Oh no, this is only small probes towards the inner planets. I guess the idea is this is a lot less expensive if your probes are small. So we might have some request missions that require that, in which case that would be good to get. The other option is a Delta or a Titan II. The Delta has a little bit more capacity than our Agena. The Titan II has the same capacity as Agena. It's just less expensive. And it's more massive. So I don't think I want the Titan II. Now the booster, Titan booster, might not be terrible. Because the thing is, we've been heavily relying on our Atlas. The Titan II Atlas has a little bit more. So yeah, we need 3 of these, right? 1, 2, 3. The 2 times supplementary SRBs. That seems pretty useful. Alright, let's look at that. Alright, so we got to continue the Mars Flyby, in which we are the last to do the flyby. But right after we fly by it, we've got another one there coming in to orbit it. Which raises the question, why are we bothering to fly by instead of orbit? Alright, we're here to obtain scientific data as we fly by. Data is the highest number we need. We've got 4 turns with 3 commands each turn. Man, okay, we can get most of the way there by spending a lot of power. This is one we want to avoid. So we want to do that combination to keep our power levels low. Because navigation is real cheap. And once we get a lot of comms, then we can get a lot of data. And a lot of navigation. So this is pretty good. Or sorry, this is pretty good. This is the one we're doing. Mission data update. So let's do those. Ooh, squeaked by. Okay. Hello, Spicy Spleen. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about Star Citizen. I don't know. I actually got to playing Star Wars Squadrons recently, which was a ton of fun, and it was super cool in VR, but boy, did I get fargan dizzy and nauseous playing in VR. Mostly it was when I was turning and trying to look like above me and around me in the cockpit. My brain just went, this isn't right! Ugh, and that really sucks, because that's a fun game, but I can't return to it. I don't want to play it on a 2D screen anymore, but I also can't play it in VR, which sucks. Guess it's back to strategy games, and first-person shooters, and League of Legends, but let's see. So now we've got... I mean, I think we do that again, what we just did. Or maybe we get some more... No. I think this is right, and then I can also do this. That gets us a lot closer to the bonus reward, and then we've got 2 turns left to get the rest. Which should be fairly trivial. Alright, we haven't had a ridiculous breakdown on this vehicle. I think, like this, I mean, that gets us a lot of extra, it gets us 2 extra communications, which we can then use to get whatever we need next turn. Oh, no. Output would be, well, we'll accept that and save the power. Having an extra turn where we don't have to generate power is pretty valuable. So 1 extra comms. Okay, we can do this, which generates enough data, but now we need navigation to 3. Yeah, that'll work. Even if the power breaks down, I think we got it. Oh, good, we get an extra navigation. Ha ha ha! Good job collecting that data, everybody in Mission Control. Woo! 5th! Achievement unlocked! You came in last place. Good job. Now that's some good support. Interplanet Explorer, achievement unlocked. Now we've got to go to the next mission, and this is the one where we are in the lead, and we're on phase 2 of the Mars Orbiter mission. So I think this is us maybe slowing down to try to get the orbit. Yeah, execute trajectory correction. And again, the thrust is the thing we need last. And we're going to need 2 of them, regardless. So we need a lot of communications and a lot of navigation. I don't see an easy way to do this. Like, this here is going to be necessary in order to get this. So the only way we can get a lot of anything is by trading a lot of power. For navigation, navigation can get us this. I think this is the best output here. 1 for 3 is real good, and then 2 for 5 is also good. 3 for 6 is okay, but not great. Let's start with this and see where it gets us. Oh! There's been a malfunction. Oh! Reduced output. I don't want to spend the power. Alright, that didn't quite get us the amount of comms I had been hoping for. But we've got lots of data. How can we use that? This is the one I was thinking that data would be very useful to get us the comms we need. Because that gets us more than enough comms, and now we can start using the comms to get navigation. Now I kind of wish I had gotten that extra. Ugh. The output will be reduced by 1. Okay. Wind up at exactly what we need for comms. Now we need 3 more. So we could just do this, and then get some power generation for next turn. Come on, get us 10%. Oh. It always seems to get that 10% on the last turn when it will not matter. Okay. So now we just need to boost our everything, you know. Crap. That will do it if nothing goes wrong. We don't have any power to spare to fix this. Oh, they crept across the line. Woo! No! Damn you, lenses. Camera's autofocusing system failed. Well, that's going to cancel our final maneuver. Which means we're still going to have enough to pass the mission, but we don't get the bonus 50%. Sad times. Now we've got a mission slot available because we finished our other mission. We're planning for lunar crewed landing, but we can't do that until... Oh, we can do it. We can start planning right now and building the payload. Increase crew capacity. What is this going to require? Wow! This is a complex mission, if I've ever seen one. More crew would be good, and more comms would be good. Jesus, dropping by 15% though. The base payload reliability, I'm not sure that's worth improving the communications module. I think just fitting more crew in there is the best bet. It keeps our reliability very high. I mean, even with 76%, the negative event is still 24% chance. And a positive percent is only 10. I mean, the positive event seems like it's always 10, but 39% negative chance? I want the extra crew. That gives you more flexibility. It makes it cost more. We can't afford this at all. Holy crap. Gulp. Okay. Well, we're still planning it. Mars is dead. The article questions the worth of going back to such a barren world. We're already on the way there. Shh. Shh. Oh, wait. Commit to a Mars orbit mission. I mean, we're kind of already there. Don't tell them, though. Alright, we've researched part of what we need. The Centaur C. Delta can carry a little bit more, but I think we definitely want these suckers. And then we want the Titan II, which has just got a much bigger capacity. Yeah, I know. I can't buy it. It's just not in our budget right now. Wow. Okay, but we're getting a lot of research done. The question is, we're going to need to research 3 of these anyway. So, the Saturn It's really the Saturn II versus the Saturn 4B. The Saturn II has a much bigger mass, and it can only carry a little bit more. The Saturn 4B will get to 75%. This is to 85% reliability. The mass difference is just enormous. So the Saturn II is just a more expensive, more reliable combination. That'll go up by 10%. This will go up by 15%. Yeah, I think I want... The Saturn is going to be something we rely on for a long time. And the thing about this is its capacity is only 120. So the idea is, if you want to use the 120 and put a bigger payload on it, you're going to have to throw a bunch of SRBs on that sucker. Supplementary rocket boosters. Stages, maybe. Saturn V is the historical choice. Let's go with it. Kind of. I mean, they were all things, right? They all existed. We have a lot of science coming in right now from that flyby. And the other, the orbiter, too. There were fewer optimal launch windows than previously projected, yet our engineers improved the vehicle's fuel efficiency. Okay. So this is our maneuvering evaluation. And with regards to payload, communications and navigation are both going to be very important. So let's go ahead and put our navigator and comm specialist on here. We can also maybe put a problem solver or an electrician. Ooh, 10% support reward around mission success. That might be enough. Yeah, that'll do. Put the celebrity up there. The payload reliability is 71%. I don't like that the launch reliability is only 68. We gotta fix that. That'll make it 80%. Much better. Oh, whoops. Confirm mission setup. That's what I meant to do. Now, we still don't have enough money to pay for our crewed moon landing Apollo capsule. But the Saturn II research is going to be finished. And then what do we do with that after? I guess we do more mission research or maybe buildings. But we don't have money. We're going to need one of these Mars orbit is ready for its next phase. Excellent. This might be the time we go back to try to pick up the bonus launch reliability. We've already got the building boost, and I think we got the mission one. Payload build time. What are the vehicles in Era 2? 2 additional contractors is kind of nice. 10% extra support gain from successful missions. Since we can't... I would build some more buildings, but we can't even afford to build the Apollo capsule, much less the launch vehicle. So I think what we need to do is go back and get the only thing from Era 1 that we're missing in order to get extra launch reliability. That extra launch reliability will allow us to train for additional science or additional payload reliability. So what that means is we need all four of these other options researched. Ugh. That seems like a waste, but they are really cheap, and we're getting a lot of science banked up here. Okay, so Mars Orbiter, we're still on track to be the first. The Soviets aren't even launching theirs for another month, and we're about to complete ours. Here goes nothing. Let's collect some data. Put a ring world on Mars? You're crazy. So we need 8, 8, and 8. Let's try and find the best output here. 3 for 6. That's 1 for 2. 2 for 5. 2 for 3. That's awful. Oh, 1 for 4 is very good. What can we turn that into? This and this seem to be our breadbasket right there. And then 3 for 5. Or 3 for 8 is actually quite good. Good, good, good. Oh, no, the packet transfer. It won't break this mission. Let's accept, because each power can get us a lot more than one resource, usually. There we go. Gyroscopic stabilization. Successful. This is how real science works, right? This is what all the people in NASA HQ in Houston are doing, right? Mission control. They're trying to balance these 3 basic bodily humors. Is that how it works? So I think we do this one more time. Throw in an extra data to get an extra 2. We're probably going to have excess data. Yeah, that gets us to 877. That's real close. If we can get one of these into the green, we'll be golden. But even if we can't, we're still golden. All right. So now we only need data and navigation. That gets us everything we need. Look at that, with a whole turn after that to spare. We should get bonus points for it. Woo! Everybody's clapping! Alright! Boom! Mission complete. First to Mars orbit, baby. 350 additional support. And we completed that. Look at that. Lots of support. How much? Lots of. Did it get us over 12? Ah, yeah, it did, baby. Next funding review, we are going to be looking good. All right. Still the problem. Not making enough money. So funding improvement, yes, that's going to be good. But is it great? No. But now we've got... I mean, we could do... like a request mission from Moon micrometeorites. But that doesn't get us any cool bonuses. We're already getting a plus 10% chance of a positive event during launch. What is that? Ooh, minus 10% vehicle build cost. Space welding. That's cool. I think I want that. Minus 1 command each turn is the challenging mission. Okay. Oh, but I can't pay for any of this. I'm still waiting to pay for the moon mission, you bastards. Sigh. We'll just go with a basic payload, I guess. And no, there's no way I'm actually, I could afford to build that now, but the moon has to come first. It's got to. If we look at the missions, crewed moon landing, is anybody else... Yeah, they're not really close to us kind of much. Oh, boy. I don't think I want to... Do I want to go space welding first? It takes so long to save up. Let's do it. We're the only ones that have the moon mission even possible yet. We can wait a little bit longer on that. Alright, here's the funding improvement. We're going to get like an extra 100,000 a month. Nope, only an extra 40-ish. Well, that's not great. So, 200 a month is okay. Here's the thing. Right now we've got a bonus to our mission cost. They're reduced. Payload build time going down. That's not terrible. Getting more of these missions available. These are cheaper missions that will get me more science. Or I could continue trying to become like the first to reach these various things. And you gotta get to the grand tour by a certain date. I'm guessing these missions are gonna require vehicles we don't even have yet. Mars lander, that would be interesting, actually. We can get to Mars. But probably not with enough for a lander. Commercial satellite. Oh, that we get a funding reward for that one. Let's look for that. Gulp. Mars engulfed in a giant storm. The storm has prevented certain scientific experiments from being conducted, but has also provided some extraordinary images. A popular magazine has admitted that it was too hasty in previous dismissal of the barren world, dictating a 4-page spread in the spectacular sights of the red planet. That's right! You better take back what you said about me. So here we got some experimental fuel. Looking good on the numbers. The telemetry is okay. Conditions are good. The 1% increase in reliability really cuts down on the negative event possibilities. Okay, excellent. We're going to auto-resolve this sucker. All right, Agena is now fully... It's engineered as well as it can be. Damn, no bonus. But we did get the improved guidance system. That is very nice. Those crew are going to be now in recuperation for a few months. That's okay. We're now pretty close. Okay, good. We can, in fact, start building crewed moon landing. We don't have any money to start any other missions this month. And I think the next one's going to be commercial satellite. If we get a commercial satellite... Oh, the Japanese are going to launch in 2 months. We can come in second place, at least. It's still worth a lot. As long as we come in first on the Apollo mission. These are garbage times. Launch reliability. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we don't want to use level 0 parts. They're super fast to build. Will they work? We don't really know. Ah, yes, Agena. And a booster for it is the Atlas. Upgrades? Oh, these are things that we have to pay to put on. Now, why are there only upgrade points required to use upgrade? More advanced vehicles generally grant more upgrade points. Interesting. Huh. So because we're not using more advanced boosters, like maybe the Titan II? Titan II only has 2 upgrades. All of these only have... Oh, each... What about this sucker? Ah. So if we used a Titan II and Agena, Titan II is not very credible, then we could do an improved guidance system. Honestly, though, I don't think we need to go that far. The Agena Atlas combination is very high launch reliability, which already gives us a 21% chance of a positive event and a very low failure rate. I'm happy enough with that. But I would like to get some more upgrades that are less expensive than that one. Let's see. We don't need to cut it down. I don't want to reduce my support. Increasing science for a slight increase in months. You know, that's okay. We don't need this slot open because we just don't have that much money, and we already have another slot open. So let's get the Martian Spaceworks involved again. Plus, see, we can't build space welding. We're not going to build the crewed moon landing either, so. All right, we're going to have to wait a little bit. ComSat research complete. So now we got to choose what to do here. We could get the payload build time reduced if we go back, but I kind of feel like I want to go forward. Space station. That's interesting. Kind of opens up a lot of different opportunities down that way. The Mars lander sounds very expensive. That's the problem here, is I need some things that are not that expensive. Maybe the Mercury orbit. Nope, I'm still going to be last there too. Yep, I'll be last in all of these Mercury-Venus ones. I could be first in Mars lander, though. But you can only be first so many times, and we're trying to be first to the moon. We're still planning it. Nobody else even has the research for it. Which means they don't have the research for the Mars lander either. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get Mars lander so that when the moon is done, we're ready to go to Mars. So we have at least one big mission happening, and then we can go back and do some of those earlier missions later. Payload complete. Oh, come on. Of course the stupid reliability goes down. We're going to have to do a lot of testing and training to get that reliability back up. But we may have enough money to build this moon lander. That's the Saturn. Oh boy, the Saturn is very expensive. Oh, and the Saturn V requires a brand new launch pad. Oh boy. That's annoying. But we do have enough to get an improved guidance system on that sucker. Which maybe we should do because the payload reliability is down and we really need this mission to succeed. We do not need it to be built fast. We could maybe build it cheaper, but we get a lot less support if we do. Oh. Can we get more support if we make it more expensive? Oh. Launch reliability goes up for less science. Honestly, I think NASA's are... I don't want it to take longer. That's a huge... 4 months is big. That could significantly affect whether we're going to come in first or not, since we now have to delay a long time to build this guy. Not only because we also have to build the stupid launch pad, and that's going to cost a lot more money. So I'm going to let NASA construct this. And this is definitely not Albatross. This is Apollo. Now that's a spaceship, by the way. You got fins on this sucker. Alright, well, we can't build this launch vehicle. We can't build that launch vehicle. I wonder if we should be building the commercial satellite and then use that to build both of the others. Because this is not going to be nearly as expensive, I believe, to launch. Huh. We're just going to do the basic. I don't know how long that's going to take, but we're going to use the commercial satellite to fund the rest of our stuff. Life Celebration Services has approached your agency requesting that your upcoming commercial satellite include a small additional payload comprising Pet Ashes. They'll pay $500,000, but your advisors have warned there's a chance the public will react negatively to the deal. So our support might go down. But you know, so the question is, how much support could we possibly lose? I need to get to the next funding tier. I can't accept that chance. And they're launching a commercial satellite in 15 months. Those bastards. I wanted to launch a commercial satellite first. Or second. Damn it. 14 months. I might be able to beat them to the 14-month timeline. Wow, we gained quite a bit. One month. Oh, we can build space welding. We're not going to do that until after Apollo is ready. We're still only in the planning stages, but I need to get that Apollo happening. So we're going to wait. And the commercial satellite is going to cost quite a bit to launch as well. Ooh, contractor effects increased. That's good. Hello, Jokey. What's wrong with Bader? Am I missing some historical reference? So, this payload is quite heavy. Oh, it's okay, and Athena will do it. That's fine. We don't need a damn crazy Saturn rocket to get this guy up in the air. Now the contractor for this one. Launch reliability is good. What's the payload reliability? I don't know if I can improve that. No, it does. This is only launch reliability. It's going to give us money, right? We can improve the money output of this thing. No, we can decrease the cost. Yeah. That's a good option. It's not going to give us any support anyway. That's kind of a broken option, actually. But it is what it is. Celestial. Sure. We're putting up a thing in space. Celestial sounds right. Okay. Let's build that launch vehicle. Oh, but it's all about the timing, isn't it? This is going to take 5 months to build. ESA is launching in 10 months. Can we reduce the time with picking the right contractor? Yes, but it's going to cost us way more than we have. So it turns out, yes, X-Star Avionics, you get the job. We're going to just hope that the launch window is okay. And ready to go when we are. Gulp. Mars lander research complete. The next step in exploring Mars is to send a static lander down to the surface. The lander will be required to perform difficult landing using retro rockets or impact cushions, as parachutes will not slow the craft sufficiently. We've reached Era 3. We've unlocked the outer planets. The race to Mars begins! Landing humans on Mars is the ultimate milestone for our agency, and achieving it first must be our primary long-term goal. Getting there will be our greatest technological challenge, and we'll need to gain plenty of mission experience over the following decades before we're ready for it. But with your leadership, we can make humanity a multiplanetary species. So that's the overall goal of the game. The higher your Mars readiness, the better your chance of successfully completing the mission. Increase Mars readiness by gaining experience, expertise, and preparation. How do we do those things? I guess through other missions. Interesting. Rivals have some progress. Oh, I don't like that. Chance of mission success, abysmal. Okay. Now, our missions don't cost anymore, so what we need is to find the building, the large launch pad. We apparently require this first, because we can't go to the moon until we get the large launch pad. I guess we could do this stupid space welding. Yeah, our Mars readiness goes up a little bit. Look at that. From experience. The moon landing goes up. experience. Commercial satellite gives us experience. Here's the thing. I think we do space welding. And then we save all our money. Because the commercial satellite is going to give us so much money. It's going to pay for everything. Alright, commercial satellite vehicle is complete. Maximum mission training bonus increased by 100%. Okay, but I don't think we're going to be able to use all that. Oh, badder as in the worst. I got it. Sorry. Alright, so what training do we want? I guess if we do any, it's going to be payload reliability, because the launch reliability is quite good. Now, can we get there sooner? Yes, we can launch in November, a month before the Europeans. Ha-ha! Take that, thusly. As long as the launch doesn't blow up. Oh, okay, we've scheduled it for November. That doesn't sound like a good window. That's just me, though. Oh god, it's going to take so much for the vehicle assembly building. And then it's going to take so much more for the large launch pad. How the hell did they do it by 1969? Did they ignore any and all other things? They must have. Yes, that's how they did it. I don't know why I bothered asking. Alright, here's our commercial satellite. It's going to make us so much money. The money we can use to put towards our... Oh god, it's raining. Oh no. We've got to go now, though. The Europeans will beat us if we don't launch in the rain.
3, 2, 1.
Cross your fingers. Gulp.
We have liftoff.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good! Oh, no! Oh. Our scientists were wondering and worrying about whether or not they could. They didn't stop to ask themselves if they should. Oh no, colossal failure. Atlas and Tina, you were supposed to be the chosen ones. Your reliability is so high. Oh boy. Well, we lost out on a lot there. We need to start the commercial satellite from scratch again, and now we're going to be last instead of second. All because we decided to farkin' launch in the rain. And that's going to put our Apollo mission on delay as well. What fools we were. No, do not mix me in with Elon Musk, jokey. Get him the fuck away from me. I don't want to associate it with that guy. You can call me Buzz Aldrin. No. Commercial satellite warranty. Yeah, you didn't read the small print. Oh, God. Alright, but space welding is going to give our trainings from science very, very big, but the payload reliability went down. Ugh. Okay, so we need to know what this is all about. The payload... Ooh, communications is a big thing here, so we definitely want to put our communicator. Communications comm specialist is going to go on there. And maybe a problem solver. Because we know our reliability is not great. So we'll throw the problem solver on there, makes the tasks easier. For training, payload reliability is so weak, but the science boost could be so huge that we just have to take it. We haven't learned anything at all. We're still so greedy. We want that science. We deeply want that science. China's getting the commercial satellite now. Oh. Our crewed moon landing is still waiting on a lot of money to build the vehicle. And our satellite, our commercial satellite is being slowly rebuilt. Good, we lowered the cost. That's kind of valuable to us. And since it no longer matters how long it takes to get there, do I trust a Gina Atlas to get me there? Do I? I don't know if I do. I'm pretty sure you guys let me down last time. Maybe it was X-Star that let me down. We're still going to take advantage of their really cheap prices, though. It has to be done. All right. So now we can get our large launch pad, which is super expensive, and my upkeep goes so high. I need to get to the next tier, 17,000 support in order to get to the next funding tier. Space welding might help. Oh boy, that reliability number on the payload is very disappointing. Hey, look! Bad conditions again. Let's reschedule. Let's learn. We're just gonna wait 1 month. It's not bad. Just 1 month. Alright, we can build one of these things. What is this? Reducing vehicle build time. We need the money a lot more than we need the reduced build time. Alright, now we're going to try space welding one more time. Hey, look, it's not raining. Excellent. These actually look like quite nice conditions. That's what I'm talking about. 2% chance of critical failure. Let's go. I feel good about that.
3, 2, 1.
Gulp.
We have liftoff.
How's the quality of the video? YouTube keeps warning me that the stream's bitrate is too low. That looks correct. Oh, but only barely. Holy moly. Our engineers say that this is very, very good, but I don't think I believe them. Looks like it's a success. Extravehicular activity. And we got a little bit of experience. Look at that. And those guys are going back. Okay, so we got a lot of science. We got some significant amount of extra funding, or support. So now what I need is cheap missions that can get me support. That's demanding. I don't want that. Ambitious, ambitious, ambitious. Ugh. 400. This is going to be the one. We're still banking on that stupid satellite, communications satellite, the commercial satellite to, man, why is the reliability so bad? I don't think, I mean, I can put one more extra dude in there, but we're going to go with standard. Ooh, large launch pad is crazy far away, but we did just get a lot of science per month there. That'll help. Oh, 200 support from interviewing astronaut what's-his-name. Okay, so we have enough. Payload reliability went up. That's a good trade-off. I'll take that trade-off every time. Commercial satellite. Oh, God, here it is. Oh, good. Launch reliability penalty for suboptimal. We need a perfect launch window for this stupid commercial satellite. We tried that last time, damn it. Oops, I need to do the date. Yeah, we need to make this thing happen ASAP. Now, for science, we've got the large launch pad. We've got all the vehicles that we need, basically. Let's go back to getting the Mars lander prepped, maybe. Oh, where's the buildings that we really want? I actually really want this level 2 astronaut talents. I want that soonish. Because we're going to do a lot of manned missions in the near future. That's a good improvement, but no increase to our budget tier. Alright, this is the big one, commercial satellite. Very good reliability. Question is... Okay, it's not raining. It's not raining, people. In fact, there are nice conditions. 90% launch reliability. Come on!
4, 3, 2, 1.
We have ignition. And liftoff.
We have liftoff.
Hey, I said that. It's going straight up now. I think that's a good sign. I'm pretty sure what went wrong last time is it didn't go up. It went sideways. That's the problem that happened last time. I would like to get one of them green results one of these days. Alright, hey, it's unfolding. That's good. Mission accomplished, I think. We put it up there. That's our job done. Oh. I guess we haven't really achieved Earth orbit yet. We need some navigation. Lots of navigation. Whoo boy. But we get 4 commands each time. I wonder why that is. But it's only 3 turns. Da-dum-dum. That'll get us a lot of the way there, and then we can use this to do that. Hey, we got an extra navigation out of that. Good deal. Come on. All right, excellent. Excellent. So now let's see where we are. We've got 2 data we don't need. Huh. This is actually a much better option. 1 data for 2 rather than 2 for 2. That gets us to 13, and we'll have 1 more turn with a lot of communications we can punch into this. Hey, extra data for some reason. Alright, so we just need to get to 20 now, and that's this twice. Boom. And we'll get us some extra power to cover the eventual problems. Oh good, extra data. Task complete. The next task will be to deploy satellite systems. And this time we've got to keep our drift in play. Keep drift within the required parameters to complete the task. Falling outside the parameters will only fail the mission when no turns remain. Okay. Well then. Gulp. What we need is a lot of communications and a lot of data. How do we do that? Looks like we mostly get communications from here. And we mostly get data from here. And then we can do this. But that, we need to recharge the batteries while we're at it. Oh, of course something went wrong. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to not lose 2 data. That's important. Okay, so we're over the need on data. Which means if we wanted to, we could do this, but we don't need that yet. What we do need is this gets us back into the correct play. This opens up that. I can't do it twice. I gotta get some power. Otherwise, we won't have any power in reserve for failures. Like that. Let's pay the power. Alright. Last turn. Can we get 3 communications? Yeah, we have extra navigation. That gets us data, and navigation. Boom! And we're within the drift. And we'll get us an extra power. That'll do it. Guaranteed now. Oh, yay! We're 5th! Gee, I wonder what held us back. And we got a lot of money. 5 million. We're now finally able to pay for all of these things, including building this vehicle and building the large launch pad. Oh boy, do we even have space for this anywhere? Lowers the vehicle build cost if we put it adjacent to whatever that is. That's a medium, small launch pad. We can't put it anywhere else. Like, it doesn't actually fit, and it won't be beneficial anywhere else. So this is the spot, this corner. Boom. Oh, that's a backup power generator. Putting that nearby apparently is helpful. Here's our small launch pad, our medium launch pad, and our big launch pad. All right. So, maneuvering evaluation. This is the one that's going to get us quite a bit of extra support. That's what we're hoping for. So for this vehicle, let's see. That's going to be our Agena Atlas combo. It'll work this time, I hope. Ooh, it can just flat out lower the cost of the vehicle. I like that. And what can increase support? Infinity Interorbital will increase the current cost in order to increase support overall. That's what we're going to take. The Bismarck is ready to be built. Construction is starting. Now, we've still got an extra slot. Now, we don't have any milestones to complete at the moment. We can't launch another commercial satellite, though that would be kind of nice. What else do we want to do here? Now, this requires 3 things. We're getting a lot of experience, but where are we going to get expertise? You have to complete research in order to get expertise. And preparation requires the completing the 4 Mars preparation missions. Okay. ESA hasn't even started on their expertise yet. Everybody else is working on it. So we're researching what? That's right, the new building for them. You know, there's another building I missed. The PR office allows us to get more support from missions. That might be a good thing to consider next. Oh. Really? When did they do that? Oh, China. Boots on the moon. I just got my stupid big launch pad, you jerks. Yeah, this is on Steam. It's only 20 bucks, actually. I don't know if it was also on sale for like 10% off, so it was like 18 bucks. And I think it's only 20 bucks because I don't know that it has a lot of replayability, but the first time you play through it, it's quite a bit of fun. And it looks like it's going to take roughly 10 to 12 hours, you know, the time that a normal single-player game would take that's not like a crazy replayable game. All right, this requires what? We need communication and navigation. I have specialists in communication and navigation. Boom. And everything else is good, so let's get some science. I think we can wait all the way to March to increase it. I mean, after all, this is just a thing we're doing. This isn't a milestone or anything. And we already have a mission slot. We can't really afford to stick anything in. Joint missions will make the Japanese like us more. Yeah, if they're contributing some of the money, that doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Let's try a joint mission. We haven't tried that yet. Just have to achieve Earth orbit, huh? Well then, yeah, let's just pick the standard. Yeah, it's 8 months away from us finishing the stupid Apollo rocket. I can't believe they made it to the damn moon. Is there anybody else working on this? Yes? ESA is already second. How did they go from nothing to just, like, being there? They must have had the... See, the thing is, we didn't have the stupid big launch pad ready. I should have had that research done. That took me too damn long. And then, you know what? It was the commercial rocket blowing up, right? Because that was supposed to fund the construction of the Apollo launch vehicle. And the construction of the large launch pad. And it took a lot longer to get that money. Oh, we can even use old redstone technology. That's not very good, though. Delta's much better. Yeah, Delta's the one we want. And then, yeah, Delta Atlas. We haven't used them in a long time because they're just not that big. And we can even reduce the cost. And then, as a contractor, this mission is... Is it all about support? I'd like to get a lot of support out of it. It's going to cost a little more, but I need that support. I need to get to the next funding tier in as many ways as possible. We're building a large launch pad. It completes in 5 months. If we're the third, I would have been happy, but at the moment, it doesn't even look like we're going to be third. We're going to be last. Maybe we can get in a third, because there's 14 months preparation for those guys. Oh! There's a large launch pad complete. Apollo's done in 3, so we should be able to launch soon after that. That's a lot of science coming in from that one. It's raining again. No. We learned our lesson. This isn't even an important mission. We're going to wait until May, when it's not going to rain. Instead, it's going to be a hurricane. Excellent. We can learn more about our astronauts. Now look at that! That looks like a rocket. And it doesn't even have any failures. Oh boy, we need a lot of crew. We're going to have to hire some new people. Did not expect that. What do we need a lot of? Communications and navigation is huge. Data is also huge, but let's go back here. Unfortunately, our comm specialists are unavailable. They're training for a different mission, so FARG. Alright, well, we'll definitely put the problem solver on there. Definitely put the electrician. And the celebrity, and we'll have to hire somebody else. Probably a comm specialist if we can. Oh, there aren't any good people. Crap. Bonus launch recovery. Bastard. Bonus science reward. I guess that's our guy. Put a stupid scientist on the mission. Who does that? Now we gotta figure out what kind of training we want. 80%. Ooh, boy, do we need to improve payload reliability. Like, a percentage boost on science would be great, but payload reliability is absolutely what we need to work on. And I don't even know if this is the right... I mean, okay. So, we'll come in third if we at least launch by December. We'll beat the Japanese. And we'll get the full 15% instead of 9% to our payload reliability. Now, if it's raining, then we might have another one of those problem situations. All right, we can build this thing so we can learn more about our astronauts. Oh, hey, you can sneak this into a corner or something. Bonus science rewards for missions. Payload reliability. That's hard to get. I think that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I think payload reliability is the right call here. Now I gotta pick research. I'm gonna get the PR office. It sucks that I have to wait to get that, but that's what I'm doing. Earth Oceans Vehicle Complete. Don't even know what that is. Increased frequency of suboptimal launch windows. Ugh. Those are good numbers. I like to see anything over 80%. Oh, adequate conditions. But we're still launching. We got composite casing to help us with the price.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Yep, it's going straight up. That's what I told him to do. I told him last time it didn't go straight up. Make sure it goes straight up this time. They listen to me. That was all me. Alright, this has got a decent chance. 1 in 4 of getting bonus rewards. Yeah, bonus rewards. Now those guys are available. Oh boy, we are close. Look at that. Next funding tier is within tasting distance. So we've got a free mission slot. Do we want to buy? I don't think we can afford to do anything big like go to Venus. We're doing the joint missions. Ooh, what is that? Advanced shock absorption, increased payload reliability? I like that a lot. And look at how much support it gives you. Now, it's a demanding mission. But sometimes, you just gotta do it. And this is going to require communications, and it's going to require navigation. Payload reliability going down is not great. But we can train for this. Let's build that payload. Oh, we're ready for Earth's oceans to go. Those are good numbers. I'm going to increase the science we get out of this baby. And we'll go for the full 5-month training to maximize the science we can get out of this baby. Come on now. Come on now. Getting another mission slot would be really good, and I think I'm going to focus on getting that next. I can't until I get one of these. 10% total rewards from successful request missions, or bonus to reputation reward from successful joint missions. Oh man, reducing cost of vehicles is nice too. But I think the visitor center... We do a lot of these request missions, and I'm going to do even more if I can extend my mission control size. So yeah, we're focusing a little bit on buildings for now and get the infrastructure put together. Meanwhile, PR office would do us good. Oh, that would be nice if I could put it there. Look at that! Instead, ugh, they don't want to be next to the launch site, apparently. Joke's on you guys, I can't put you anywhere useful. I guess you're just going to go in this corner where you're not bothering anybody. Since there's no adjacency bonuses, we can fit you in. Your building's too big, and it's the wrong shape. Why can't you just, you know, clear out that lake? Why must we let the lake be? What is this, Florida? Now, we could build another building, the vehicle assembly building, to lower our build time. boy, does that have a big footprint. And it does not do much in terms of adjacency bonuses. And it's very expensive, and I don't think that's worth it. Harper Bader has retired, so Bader is gone. See you later, Jokey. That's right, Tingle. The arrow goes up this time, guys, not a left turn. Only the vehicle's upper stage counts towards launch reliability. Gemini. Well, I guess the upper stage better be really reliable then. Like a Gina. Atlas is still my workhorse. And it's still, like, cheaper by quite a lot. And we can make it even cheaper still with that composite casing. Now, this is a mission that's going to be getting us all kinds of stuff. Bonus to science. Or bonus to support. Oh, isn't there a support bonus? Yeah, there it is. I feel like we're falling behind in the support thing. The higher our funding, the more missions we can do simultaneously, the more better everything. So let's go ahead and really focus on getting that support. So our missions are currently, we've got 2 ready to launch, and we've got 1 that's constructing. Payload reliability is not perfect on this. Oh, come on, Earth's Oceans. We're rescheduling this. Didn't we reschedule this already? What is your major malfunction, Earth Oceans? Excellent. Now our astronauts have more than one thing. We can build a visitor center and then focus on getting that extra mission slot, and then we'll go back to working on missions themselves. Although, maybe we want to be first to Mars with a lander. Having the extra mission slot is going to really help, I think. Oh, come on! The crewed moon landing. We're going to have to share it. I can't risk this failing. Japan is going to get there in the same damn time. The ESA is already number 2. I thought we were going to get number 2 to the moon, but okay. January it is. Contractor positive effects are improved. Total rewards from successful joint missions improved. This is the one I want. And then I'm going to start going back onto missions and such. Oh, so close. We're going to miss a year of budget. Okay. If only the damn moon landing had gone off, then we would have got some support. Oh, good. We had 2 missions that were delayed that would have put us over the funding limit. Okay. Well, that's better. So which one is this? Earth's Oceans? Earth Oceans? Hey, Delta's a little bit better there. So, no bonuses, but 330 is not bad. That got us over the limit, by the way. Perfect. Okay, so we did a joint mention, and now the Japanese like us a little more, which is going to get us some more science eventually. And here we are, last to the damn moon. Well, tying with Japan, apparently. Maybe Japan will have a catastrophic failure. So, come on! No. No, I'm not rescheduling again. Screw the weather. No! Why did I say that out loud? Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Really? Oh no! All astronauts lost. But we learned something about the Saturn V rockets, guys! We now know a little bit more about how to make them work in the rain. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Oh no! Oh god, Yamaguchi, you were there from the beginning. I think he was our first man in space. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Your names will live on through history. I think we need to rename that ship to the Columbia. All right, well, with that disaster under our belt, I think we're going to call it for the day. And we'll be back tomorrow to make more disasters, I guess. Have a good one, everybody. And we'll catch you tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern Time. See you later.